Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today I got Galaxy Note 20 Ultra Exynos chipset variant, and today I'm going to flash the modified stock ROM on this mobile phone, which will make the mobile phone run faster and modification we will get after flashing the ROM. Currently, my mobile phone Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is on the latest firmware, which is One UI 5.1 and Y13. Google Play System update, check it out. And the build number, if you can see, the last alphabet or digits, YH3, right? YH3. This is the latest firmware, which cannot be downgraded also. Now, I found same firmware of the stock firmware YH3, which is modified by the developer and it must be good. So those who are flashaholic, those who are using custom ROM to check the ROM, to have fun or to enjoy the ROM on the mobile phone, they definitely try this ROM. But for that, your mobile phone must have an unlocked bootloader. If your mobile phone bootloader is not unlocked, you cannot flash any custom image file on the mobile phone. Let me take you to my computer screen. So this is the website from where we can download the stock firmware of the Samsung Galaxy mobile phones, right? So currently I selected the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra to show that the last version or firmware version, which is YH3, and binary number is having I, and I can be seen also here after SI, which means that this is the binary, and the below is the earliest version of the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, which having binary H, which cannot be downgraded if you update to YH3. This firmware YH3 was released in 1st August 2025. Now this website link provided in my video description, you can click the link, come to this website, you can check all the details of the H-K Systems by the developer name. Now if you see 986B also have a firmware which is modified by the developer, and the YH3 of the 985F also provided here. If you have 986B, you can go for it, and if you have 985F, you can go for it. I have 985F, which I already download the firmware. Now if you click the change log, you can read the change log, what difference or what modifications or what coming with this ROM. You can read. After reading, if you think it is good, then you can flash it. These change log not coming with the stock firmware. After flashing this firmware, the stock firmware, modified firmware, you will have more features which you cannot see with the stock firmware. Well, this is the firmware modes: fixed secure folder, private share and secure Wi-Fi, and many things more. To download the ROM, click on the download section, this one, right? Now this is the kernel SU, next stable version. If you want to root, you can download kernel SU. To download the ROM file, you have to check the model number of your mobile phone. Like if you have N986B, you have to click this folder, right? In my case, I have N985F. So I will click on this folder and the files are provided here. Now this remove boot warning, just in case after unlocking the bootloader, if you do not want to see that disclaimer warning screen on every boots, you can flash this remove boot warning with the custom recovery. This is the ROM file. The file size is around 6.2 GB for the N985F. Click on the VB Meta plus TWRP folder to download the TWRP along with the VB Meta patch file to flash the recovery first, then we can flash the ROM file. Well, I have downloaded all the files, and let me tell you that what files I am going to use. Well, I will use the system ROM file, which is version 8 of YH3, the tar format file, which can be flashed only with the Odin, right? Well, this is the recovery file. Yes, we have to flash the recovery also along with the ROM file. And in case if you want to remove the boot warning, you can flash this file. So I will use 1, 2, and 3. These three files I'm going to use. And yes, we have to download the Odin file also. In my case, I have an extracted folder of the Odin, but you will download the file which will be in zip format or maybe RAR format. You have to extract it, the Odin, to use the Odin file, right? So I will double click the extracted folder of the Odin. Then I will double click the Odin file to open Odin. Click OK on this pop-up window. Then on Odin, click AP slot. Go to your downloaded folder where you have saved all the files. Here we go. Select the ROM file, which is 985F in my case, right? System ROM version 8. Double click to select the file. Then click user data slot. Go to the downloaded folder once again and double click to select the TWRP VB meta file. Just check YH3, right? Double click to select this file. Okay, now Odin is almost ready. Now coming back towards my mobile phone. So there are a few things that we have to do before starting the flashing procedure. First of all, your mobile phone must have an analog bootloader, right? Then check the mobile phone battery. It must be charged. In case if the battery is below 30%, then charge the mobile phone battery. Save all the internal storage data, otherwise data will get formatted. Whatever data you have like WhatsApp, recent call list, SMS, make a backup, everything will get lost. Go to settings, then tap security and privacy. Turn off the screen lock by selecting swipe. In case if you are using Samsung account, remove it because it will make issues or it will bring issues flashing the recovery file on the mobile phone. Must remove the Samsung account and then must sync the Google account if you want. Then remove the Google account. Otherwise, we will face also issues after flashing the ROM. Then check the mobile phone. It must be connected with internet. Okay. Then tap software update and tap download and install. Now, let me tell you that your mobile phone must be on the latest stock firmware. Now, in my case, the registration is getting failed because this is the demo unit which have issues, right? But I flash the stock firmware manually on the mobile phone with the help of Odin, right? Now, go back, then tap about phone. 985F/DS is the model number of my mobile phone, right? Tap the software information. Tap the build number for 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So developer mode will be turned on. Go back to the settings. Then scroll down. You will see developer options. Tap to open the developer options. Must check that the OEM unlocking is there, okay? In case if the OEM unlocking is turned off, then must turn it on, tap enable, because the OEM unlocking is turned on, then you can unlock the bootloader. Well, in my case, my mobile phone bootloader is already unlocked. That is why the OEM unlocking is already turned on. I cannot turn it off because I have to relock the bootloader first, then I can turn off the OEM unlocking. Well, if you have done all these things that I just showed, then power off the mobile phone. Now we have to boot the phone into Odin mode. Check the data cable. It must be connected with the computer or laptop, the other side of the data cable. Let me give you an advice. Use the USB 2 to Type-C data cable and connect the other side of the data cable to the USB 2.0 port if you are having it on the computer or laptop, right? Now check the mobile phone. It must be totally power off. Then press and hold the volume up key, volume down key. Connect the cable with the mobile phone. In few seconds, you will see warning screen. Release both keys immediately. Right. I got the warning screen. From the warning screen, you can unlock the bootloader by following the instruction. Volume up, long press to device unlock mode. This volume up, long press will come when you turn on the OEM unlocking, right? In my case, my mobile phone bootloader is already unlocked. So in this case, just press the volume up key to boot the phone into Odin mode. Now this is the Odin mode screen. Must see that KG state must show checking. If the checking is not there, something else, then the recovery will not get flash, or maybe the ROM will also not get flash. So the phone is connected to the computer with the computer and already booted into Odin mode. Now coming back towards the computer screen. If you have installed the Samsung Android USB driver on Windows, the Odin will detect the mobile phone, right? Now on the Odin, click Options, untick the Auto Reboot, go back to Log, then click Start on the Odin to start flushing the firmware file. It will take a time where we have to wait. Okay, flushing got completed. You will see pass message on the Odin. Click Exit and I will go back to the downloaded folder and coming back towards the mobile phone screen. So the mobile phone must be still in Odin mode because I untick the auto reboot on the Odin. That is why, right? Now we have to boot the phone into custom recovery from the Odin mode, right? Now I need your concentration. Must check the data cable, it must be connected, right? Then press and hold the volume up key, volume down key and power key. When you see mobile phone gets a restart, release the volume down key first. Okay. When Samsung logo appears, then release the power key. Okay. And after 5 seconds, you can release the volume up key. You can see this bootloader is unlocked. This is the warning message. I will release the volume up key now. So the phone will boot into TWRP very soon. Just wait here. You can see already team in recovery got appear on my mobile phone screen, right? Now we have to format the data. Tap wipe, tap format data and type YES tab here. See, these are the red lines, means that the storage was encrypted. I have decrypted the storage. I will go back to main screen. I will tap reboot and then I will tap recovery to reboot the recovery because I need to remove this warning screen which is appearing again and again on every boot. The mobile phone will boot into TWRP recovery once again. Got the recovery? The internal storage will get appear on the computer screen. If you can see Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So from the downloaded folder, copy the remove boot warning zip file. After copying it, go to the internal storage of the mobile phone. Double click to open the internal storage. Paste the file here. So I got the file. Now I am done from the computer. Disconnect the data cable from the mobile phone. Then tap install. Select the remove boot warning file by tapping on it. Swipe, it will get flash. Okay, done. Simply tap reboot system. Now the warning screen will not come. Check it out. Right? It will stay on this logo for a few seconds. Then the mobile phone will start booting to the stock modified firmware. It will take a time. We have to wait here. First boot completed, I will complete the setup screen. So I got the ROM on my mobile phone. If you see, it is debloated. Well, the stock firmware having many applications default coming with the stock firmware. And many of us do not like bloating application or software, right? This ROM is actually debloated, right? And if I tap the settings, so tap the about phone, same model, both IMEI numbers present over here. We'll tap the software information. Now check it out, same firmware. This is One UI 5.1 in White 13. Check the Google Play system update and baseband version provided, and the build number if you see H-K System ROM version 8 YH3. Check out the basement version, same build number, stock firmware YH3. If you are thinking if the ROM is same just like the stock firmware, then why I flash it? For that, I will provide the link of that website from where you can read the details about the ROM. What are the difference if you compare it with this ROM with the stock firmware, right? Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like the video if you are getting help from my videos. And do not forget to subscribe my channel also. Stick with my channel. See you later. Bye bye.